welcome to Loopy's Place. My name's Jane. I'm in my studio here in Sheffield at the moment. If you've been following my channel for a while, you will see that I've been concentrating on patchwork and quilting and machine sewing, particularly for beginners. Over the last year I've been doing community classes and we've been doing some hand sewing, and we'll be starting some embroidery classes coming up very soon. On my website we've also got a new free tutorial that is using some embroidery stitches, and I thought I'd share them here with you for some of those who are starting out in their hand sewing and embroidery and need some help. I do hope you'll find those useful. So here's the next video. Okay, so this is stitching on linen. This is a 28 count, and each stitch is going to go over 2 of the threads. So the first stitch we're starting off with is cross stitch. So we don't put a knot in it and our thread. I'm just going to leave a little tail at the back and I'm going to stitch over it. So the idea with your cross stitch is that you want all your arms to be going the same direction. So I'm going to do all my lower ones going one way, the ones coming back will go the other way. So I've brought my thread up, so that's the middle one, and I'm going diagonally as if there was a square in my drawn on my fabric. So I'm going across 2 and down at the 2 holes above. So now I'm going to form the bottom half of my second one. So if you've got on your pattern, if you've got a line of cross stitches in one colour, this is the way that you're going to do it. So I'm going to do all the ones going one way first and then come back. So we're going to, let's say do 6 stitches. So there from the top, the second hole, and I'm going to come up directly under it, and on the back I am just covering that tail so that will hold my thread securely. So on the back on the top, across, miss one hole and down the next, come up directly underneath, 2 holes down, miss one, down. I've got 4. Let's do another 2. There we go. Last one. So come directly down, miss one hole and down the next, and that is all the ones going to the right underneath finished. I'm going to come back the other way to finish them. So I'm going to come back directly underneath where I went down, but this time I'm filling the gaps in going backwards. So I'm coming down, going back down at the top of the arm of the next stitch. There we go. So one thing to be aware of is that you don't want to pull your threads too tight, you don't want to distort the fabric. So there we go, and I'm just going to keep going all the way along, and you just want to make sure that where you're coming up and going down is in the same hole as the under one. There we go. And then if you were to do some in the next row, you'll just drop down, so you're going to, there's the base of your top stitch, so now you're going to count 1 space, 2, and come up, and then you're going to come across and do however many stitches that you need on this row. So you work them all, go one way first, and then come back to finish them. Now you can do groups of them like this. Sometimes you might have just single ones to do. The only thing to be aware of, you don't want to take your thread too far across because it will show through. However, just coming over for a few stitches is going to problem. So let's say we come down there. That's 1 stitch, 2 stitch, 3 stitch. I'm just making sure that when you're doing it that you're in the right counting down the hole. So we've got 1 there, so it's that middle one in the middle, then across that one. And there we are. I've just done a single stitch. So just to the point about the, you could do each stitch individually. However, it uses less thread, is less bulky and quicker if you've got a row of them to do your complete row first and then to work back and do your next row. So you will know, you'll be able to see where you've got clusters of the same colour, you can work those little clusters together. So that's our cross stitch. I do hope you found that useful. Please don't hesitate to get in touch if you have any questions, if there's anything that you would like explaining, or if there's some stitch tutorials that you would find useful. I'm always happy to add those into my planning and get those ready for you. I look forward to speaking to you again very soon, but in the meantime do take care. Bye for now.